today our new topic will be sorting words. So sorting words means to compare the word between each other. So we are going to use the CMP. It is for to compare the words, and we are going to use the CPY. So it is going to copy our I and J, obviously. And yes, we are going to use the 2D array character. So what does that mean? So we are going to use our 2D character. We have, for example, we have banana, apple and mango. So 3, why we have written here 3 is for the word. So it is for the count of a word. So we have 1 2 3. So this is for a count of a word, and 20 is for a length of the string. So we have here 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is for a length of a string. We are going to right. So this is called a 2D array of a character. Before we have written an example of a table, and we have learned about 2D array character as well, right? So this is how it is going to work here in our sorting words. So here it is very important. So 0 return a value both word equal. If 0 is less, so if it is less than 0, then it will return a value string 1. So string 1 will come first before the string 2, and if it is greater than 0, then it will return a value string 1 will come after the string 2. So it is happen only between the ascending order. So we are talking about the ascending order, right? So if it is a smaller number, it will come at the first. In descending order, it is going to be opposite. If it is going to be opposite, like if it's a greatest number, it will come the first. If it's a smallest number, it will go on the back. So this is how ascending and descending order it is going to work. So here we have an example. Here we have taken a banana, apple and a mango. Now this is our 2D array of a character. Now how we are going to write is word. So word 0 means we are going to write, we are not going to write only a single string, we are going to write whole word, which is our banana. Word 1 will be our apple. Word 2 will be our mango, right? Now we are going to compare between 0 and 1 first of all, and how we are going to compare is we are going to compare between so here string CMP, which is going to compare between a banana and apple, which will be a greater than 0. In that case, swap using the temp. So temp is our temporary box where we can place our values in it, so it is not overwritten later on, and we can reuse the temporary variables here. So here, so in the so here how it is going to compare. So word 0 and word 1 is going to compare. So how it is going to compare? So banana, we have banana, which is our words 0, and we have apple, which is our words 1. So here banana means, first of all, so this whole comparison happens, how it is happened by using a ASCII number, which we have already written, which we have already learn about it. So ASCII number is to compare or interchange a number, a string to number, because computer will not understand the ABC or banana, apple, right? It is not going to understand, only it is going to understand 0 and 1. That's why. So for that reason, now what are we going to do is we are going to compare between the apple and banana. So yeah, so if banana is greater than apple, then we are going to swap. So because B is greater than A, because this is B means what? 98. We have 98, and A means our 97. So in that case, if it is small, so 98 is greater than 97, right? So it is going to swap. Now we are going to go into the next word. So we are going to go into the next word, which is our, we are going to compare words 0 and words 2. So we are going to compare apple and mango. We have compared the banana and apple. Now we are going to compare apple and mango, because it is going to swap, right? And apple and mango is going to be compared. Here no swapping happens, because A is our 97, M is our 109. If 97 is greater than 109, there will be no swap. Is it correct? Yes, because 109 is greater, 97 is smaller. So what we have written here, if it's greater than 0, then it will return value. So string 1 come first before string 2, right? So that's why we are going there, that's why we do not have any swap between this order. So so here we can see we are going to compare apple and banana returns. So that's why we are going to compare the string word which is our apple and banana, which will return a negative number, right? So we always compare the first letter first. What does it mean, why we compare first letter first? So we are going to compare first of all, in this word we are not going to compare whole word into each other. We are going to compare this one number, this one letter with this first element. So a is equal to m, right? Is it smaller or greater? So this is greater and this is the smallest, so we are going to swap it between each other. So if we, for example, we have apple and what we have another is equal to our ant. So we have to compare the first element. If a is equal to a, in that scenario, then we compare the second element. If we don't have a if both of an element are same, we are jump into the next element, second element, until we find the smallest element for the ascending order. For descending order, we have to find the greatest number. Until and unless we are not going to find out this greatest number, we are going to compare between each other. So this is how it is work. Now we will implement this in our code. Okay, let's implement our logic into this code. First of all, we will declare our variable which will be our words. So we are going to use a 2D array which we have already mentioned. So 3 is for our word count, and whereas the 30 is for our length of a string. So this means here we are going to write our first example, which is our banana. We have our, let's say, apple. Now let's say we have another what we have, mango. So here 3 means for a word count, 1 2 3, and 30 means BAN, which is for a string, so length of a string, I'm going to say that. Now we have to include a temporary to store our I later on, because we are going to mention I and j as well. So I means outer loop, j means inner loop. So we are going to, because we are going to swap the word between each other. So in that case, it is going to we are going to store that word I will into the temporary, so that our I word will not be overwritten, or it will not be hide. For that reason, we are going to store the temporary variable, just to store our temporary values later on. Now we are going to actually use the code. So for I is equal to 0, right? In that scenario, I is, we are going to write here, so I is less than 3 minus 1. So why we are going to write 3 minus 1? We do not want a last word, because our inner loop is going to already put that position into right position into the last word. For that reason, we do not have to count the last number, it is already placed correctly by the inner loop. For that reason, so I plus plus, now we are going to write for inner loop. So that is our j. So j is equal to our what, I plus 1. So we are going to compare between 2, and j is going to be our here 3. In that case, j plus plus. Now what are we going to do is, we are going to put the condition. So if, so what we have do when we are going to compare, we are going to write CMP, right? So we are going to write a CMP. Now we are going to compare our word word I, what happened, I and word J, right? We are going to compare word I and word J is greater than equal to 0 or not. So in that scenario we are going to, again we have been compare, so we compare here. Now we are going to simply copy, right? So to copy we are going to write word, no, we are going to copy our temporary value into the word I. So simply I'm going to copy the temporary value, temporary boxes into the word I, right? After copying that, so word I values will be temporarily stored in a temporary box. Now string cpy, that means string copy, which is our word I will be IZ. So this will find the smallest number of I, right? Now after this we are going to simply swap. Our mission is to swap between each other. So if it's small, then swap between it between each other. So I'm going to swap it with the word I. Oh sorry, not a word, because word I is a temp, so I'm going to basically write here temporary value, right? So here we have successfully swap. Now we are just writing our, okay, we are simply going to print our, let's say, ascending order. We are going to print both, okay? So ascending here order, then \n, then we are going to write for that loop. So I is greater less than 3, then I plus plus. Here we have our printf. Now we are going to compare what? So we are going to not compare, we are going to write a here's not a character. If we write C here, it is going to only C is for only a single letter. We want the whole letter, right? For that reason we are going to write a S. So let's not be confused here. And whereas the word I, now let's go for printing our descending order. Descending order is also going to work same way. So here we are, so descending order \n, right? And then we are going to write, okay, let's put here as well \n just to end the number. Okay, now we are going to write what? Oh my bad. What I was going to do here, we are going to use the loop here. Now I is equal to, so we are going to write here I now here is less than or equal to 0. In that scenario I minus minus, we are going to have a descending order for that reason. So here print control percentage s. In that scenario we are going to write word, which will be our here value I. Now we will see if it's genuinely working or we have to do any modification. I think it's worked. It worked, but we need something here. We need a space, right? We need a space. So as you can see here, ascending order is apple, banana, mango, which is correct. So first of all, it is going to compare between the each element. So it is going to compare and swap. So it is going to compare. It is going to compare between each element, and then it is going to swap. Right? This is our swapping logic. and for ascending order it is also going to be, this is our ascending order, apple. So it, first of all, it is going to swap between, it is going to be compared between banana and apple, as we have already talked about the logic. It is going to compare between B and A. So A is our smallest one, so it is going to swap here, right, swap here, and again it is going to compare apple and banana, mango, sorry, and in that way A is going to compare with M. So here is also A is the smallest one, so in that reason it is not going to swap. So apple will be in our first element, and again banana and mango is going to be have a comparison B and M. So here we have a B is going to be our smallest one. For that reason it is going to be in our second element, so no, there will not be any swapping. So mango is our third element. So this is our, so this is how it is worked. And descending order, in descending order, first of all banana and apple. So it is not so as we have talked ASCII number, it is going to be compared with that one. I'm just talking here fundamentally, right? So here B and A, I'm just talking about alphabetically, so we can be understand clearly, but actually computer is going to compare with A is our what, 97, so B is our 98. So this is how it is going to compare. But for the easier one, I'm going to just talk about alphabetically right now. So here, so in descending order, what we are going to have, banana and apple. So banana and apple is going to have comparison B and A. So B is greater than A, right? So B means 98 and A means how much? It is going A means B means 98, A means 97. So 97 is greater, so it is not going to be swapping happen. And again banana and mango is going to have a comparison. In banana and mango, B is greater than M or not, it is going to have that comparison. If B means 98, M means how much? 109, I say, let's say 109. So it is the it is the higher, it is the greater than banana. So mango will be shifted in the first element. So mango, and then again, right, and then banana and apple is going to be having a comparison, and again banana will be in the second place and apple will be in the third place. So this is how descending order is worked, and this is how ascending order is also worked. So let's run and debug. Okay, let's run and debug so we have a clear idea. Step by step we will see. Okay, so we have a word which is banana, apple and mango. Then we are going to have what? So I is equal to 0. So that means first of all it is going to compare between a 0 which is a banana, and it is going to go into J, which will be 0 plus 1 will be 1, so it will be your apple. So it is going to compare between banana and apple, as we have already talked. Now it is going to compare, CMP means compare, as we have already talked as well. And word I and word J, that means a banana and apple is going to have a comparison. If it's greater, it is going to swap. The string 1 will be at first and string 2 will be a second, right? So it is going to copy the, first of all it will copy the word I, which will copy banana, and it is going to copy, and then after copying it is going to have banana is equal to apple, and apple is going to be replaced with a temp, which is our banana, right? So in this case if it's greater, that is going to replace, because we want in ascending order. In ascending order we always have a ascending order, we always have in front of the lowest number. In that case, so apple is going to replace with the banana, and banana will be in the second element. Let's say first, yes, second element. And then after, what we are going to do is, again it is going to have a comparison between the second element. So it is I will, and again it is going to have a comparison between this third element. Let's say so apple is going to have a comparison between a mango, right? So here we have a comparison between mango. Then again, it is not going to have a swap because it is not greater, so that's why now it is going to go into I. And again, a banana and mango is going to have a comparison, and if banana and mango is greater than each other, then it is going to swap, otherwise it's not. So if it find a smallest number, it is going to swap between each other. So it does not find, I guess, so it is going to be there will not be any swap, right? See, it didn't go into this condition, it did not fulfill this condition, then it will not go further. So again it will go back, and then now it is going to print out ascending order. How many times? 3 times. So 1 0 1 2. Okay, now it's time for descending order. So descending order, for that reason, what are we going to have is we are going to print if it's a greatest, it's going to yeah, if it's greatest, print at first. If it's smallest, print at last. So it is going to happen the same one. So it's the opposite of ascending order. So it is going to have to print up to 3, then the code will give us the final result ascending and descending. So this is how the code works.